there, fellow creatives. Welcome back to my channel, where we unravel the secrets of the art world and empower artists like you to unleash your full potential. Today, we're delving into a topic that can make or break your artistic journey: limiting beliefs. So, are you ready to transform your mindset, banish those pesky limiting beliefs, and soar to new artistic heights? Stay tuned as we deep dive into the minds of artists and uncover the beliefs that have been holding you back. Together, we'll reclaim your artistic power and set your creativity free. Now, we've all been there, battling self doubt, feeling like our art isn't good enough, or fearing that our creative dreams are just an illusion. But fear not, my friends, because we're about to unmask those toxic beliefs and arm you with the tools to conquer them. Whether you're a painter, animator, sculptor, or a breathing human, sneaky limiting beliefs can creep into your mind and sabotage your progress. But here's the catch: they're nothing more than an illusion. And today, we're breaking free from their grip once and for all. I've got right here the top 10 limiting beliefs that can suffocate your creativity and stifle your artistic brilliance. So grab your favorite art supplies, settle in, and let's smash these mental roadblocks together. Whether you're a seasoned artist or just starting your creative journey, this video is for you. We're all in this together, and by the end of this empowering discussion, you'll be armed with the knowledge to unleash your true artistic potential. Yay! As an artist, there are 7 common limiting beliefs that can hinder creativity, growth, and overall success in various artistic pursuits like painting, animating, and more. Recognizing and challenging these limiting beliefs is essential for personal and artistic development. Here are some popular limiting beliefs associated with being an artist. You are not talented enough. Believing that artistic talent is innate and cannot be developed can prevent individuals from pursuing their passion or improving their skills. The truth is that artistry can be cultivated through practice, dedication, and continuous learning. Right? And up here I have some pictures I've done. I've started drawing in 2018, September. You are not original. Feeling that your work is not unique or original can lead artists to hold back their ideas and creativity. Embraces one individual perspective and experiences can lead to original and meaningful creations. Right? So if you think that you have to come up with something original, that will stunt you from even trying, because guess what, guys? There's nothing new under the sun. That's why we use reference pictures. That's why we take reference pictures. The only thing you're responsible for is taking that thing and making it yours, putting your perspective on it, putting your spin on it. That's why you can have one reference picture that you give to a group of people, and each person would have a different aesthetic on that paper, because we are each drawn to different art genres. You know, you have surrealism, realism, abstract, cubanism. You know, you can just have all the isms, and you would see that painting differently, that picture differently, and something about that picture would strike you differently than it would the other person, because we all come from different backgrounds. So we will see the world differently, right? So don't worry about not being original, because Ecclesiastes said, there's nothing new under the sun. What has been will be again. What has been done will be done again. There is nothing new under the sun, right? So there's nothing that you can think of that hasn't already been done. The only thing you can do is put a little you on it, right? So if I'm doing a painting, I'm going to onikify it, right? All right. Art is not a viable career. Many artists struggle with the belief that art is not a practical career choice and fear financial instability. Countless artists have proven that artistic endeavors can lead to successful and fulfilling careers. See, and what we're going to learn by the time I'm done with you is that there is no lack. Lack is an illusion, right? So everyone has the same capabilities of being successful. It starts in your mind first. And if you listen to those great people, they'll say something just like what I'm saying. You have to have it in your mind first, right? I don't care if you're painting pictures like Michelangelo. If you don't feel your paintings are such, you're not going to put them out there. But it starts in your head, right? Because you got millions, you got thousands of people telling you how effing great you are. But you're still listening to that one voice. And think about the lunacy of that, right? You have 50 voices right here, right now, telling you how great and amazing you are. But you listen to that little one voice in your mind. And I want you to remember something about that little voice that pops up anytime you get a new idea and it tells you the millions of reasons you can't. That's a sign telling you you should go for it, right? Because your that voice you hear is your conscious mind. Main job is to keep you alive, and it's like we've been doing it this way for this many years, and you're still alive, so let's keep doing that. And it's your job to say, no, we're changing the script. New story, new me. Let's do this, right? That's your job. Your art needs to be perfect. Striving for perfection can be paralyzing and prevent you from taking risks or experimenting with new techniques. Embracing imperfections and using them as opportunities for growth can lead to more authentic and expressive artwork, right? So you don't need to be perfect because guess what? What you consider perfect, someone else considers a masterpiece. There's someone out there who will see the beauty in what you've created. Don't worry about what you think about the picture. Put it out there. Tell yourself you always do great art and keep it moving. In fact, you shouldn't even be thinking your art's not perfect. Because that's the thing. You've been taught that you're not perfect. But why would God create a being that wasn't perfect? You were born perfect. It is the world who told you otherwise, and you believe that lie, and here we are. But don't worry. Don't worry. I got you. You can't handle criticism. Fear of criticism and rejection can deter artists from sharing their work or seeking constructive feedback. Understanding that criticism is part of the learning process and can help improve your craft is essential for artistic growth. Never let anyone tell you what your art should be. This is your art. This is coming from your soul. The great thing about art is it's subjective. Don't worry about it being like don't worry about what people tell you unless you find it useful. But don't let what they're telling you, don't identify with it, is what I'm trying to say. And you understand, like, take the criticism for what it is. Feedback to perfect your craft. Right? And sometimes it could just be in my limited belief, but I find I learn sometimes. You sometimes learn better from the failure. When you get something wrong, it's like you don't want to get it wrong again. So you really hone in on it and you really learn it. Right? So if someone criticizes you, take it as a challenge. And another thing is you can only be triggered if you believe in what they're saying. But right here and now, you're not going to think anything other than you'll never be as good as Michelangelo. Comparing oneself to accomplished artists can lead to feelings of inadequacy and discourage creative pursuits. Instead, focusing on personal progress and growth can lead to more satisfying artistic journeys. And as you saw from the pictures I posted earlier, if you ever get into the sense or the mood or start spiraling down, you're not good enough, you suck, why are you even doing this? Go back where you started, because you don't know where you came from until you know where you've been, right? So go back, look at where you started, and then look at something from the upcoming year, and then on and on, right? So see your progression, and once you look at that, That's going to make you realize that, wow, if I did it that with this amount of time, just think what I can do with more time, more practice, more repetitions. I mean, the whole world really runs on repetitions. That's how you learn. That's how you flip your thoughts. Repeat, 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 repeat. You think you need expensive supplies to create good art. Believing that expensive art supplies are necessary for creating quality work can limit creativity. Many skilled artists can produce exceptional art with minimal resources and creativity. If you'd like me to do a video on the supplies a beginner should get for like oil painting, watercolor, gouache, oil pastel, etc., I've tried it all. Let me know in the comments below, and I'd be glad to do that for you. Um, Now, when it comes to materials, I would recommend not getting materials that are subpar. Like, you at least want to go middle road, because if you get materials that suck, it's going to deter you from wanting to continue. And the whole point is to practice and repeat and repeat and repeat, right? And you're not going to want to do that with crappy materials. I bought some cheap Mangallo pastels, sucked, and then so I mean that was like in 2019, 2020. And then I was at Jerry's Artorama, and they had like some open stock, so I tested it out, and they were smooth like butter, baby. So I had to try them, and they were actually pretty good. And the Mangallo galleries are also good as well. So I would suggest getting those. It's not that expensive, but it's decent, because you don't want to turn yourself off before you even, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to get disgusted and give up. Art is just a hobby. Treating art as a mere hobby can undermine its value in the artist's dedication to their craft. Acknowledging art as a serious pursuit can empower artists to invest time and effort into their creative endeavors. And I bet one of the reasons why you see art as a hobby, and I started out that way too, is because one, that's what you've been programmed to think, and two, because you don't in your soul feel like you're an artist that at that moment. So you see yourself as, you think just because you're learning it, you can't do anything with it. But you'd be amazed at some of the stuff people would buy from you. You can't make a living from your art. Assuming that art is not financially viable can lead artists to prioritize other career paths and neglect their artistic dreams. Diversifying income streams, exploring different avenues, and networking can open doors for artistic entrepreneurship, right? So, sure, I mean, everyone probably at some, not everyone, but a significant amount of people at some point probably worked a 9 to 5 before they got to the point where they could live off of their other streams of income. So don't beat yourself up about this, because you're going to get there by thinking in your mind what your end is and staying there. So if you want to be a successful artist, or a full-time artist, you could be like, I love being a successful full-time artist, or something like that, right? Because it starts in your head first, and then it is pushed out into your reality. And we'll get more into that over episodes. But the fallacy that you can't make a living from your art is something we have to change, because it is totally, if you see one person able to do it, that means you can do it too, because we're all connected. Right, so you should see that person's victories as your own as well. You're too old to start. Believing that age is a barrier to pursuing art can prevent individuals from discovering and fulfilling their artistic passions. Art has no age limit, and creative expression can be enjoyed at any stage of life. I mean, Stan Lee didn't start Marvel until he retired and was in his 60s. Colonel Sanders didn't do chicken until he was in his 60s. Vera Wang, I think she was like 40s. Not that that's old or anything, but you know what I'm saying? Like, well, first of all, time is an illusion. Time is man-made. Time is not linear. You're never too old to start. That's a limiting belief. In fact, you're going to bring your years of wisdom to the craft once you get a hang of it. But anyone can practice and repeat, repeat, repeat till they get to where they want to go. right? So by addressing these limiting beliefs through self-awareness, positive affirmations, and a growth mindset can empower artists to overcome obstacles, embrace their creativity, and persevere on their artistic journeys. Okay? So you have homework. I want you, when you're doing your art, I want you to list all the things you love about your finished piece or the piece you're working on. I don't want you to list anything other than, or in your head, repeat in your head. I only want you to notice what's beautiful. See, when you get into the mindset of noticing your successes, that will be all you see. Right now, in criticism, self-criticism mode, we want to get you out of that, because that will not help your mindset. That will only keep you in the space you do not want to be, because what you focus on grows. So we don't want to grow any more of that. So we're going to turn our attention towards the sun. And in this case, the sun for us is your artistic career. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss a single empowering moment. And now, my fellow artists, let's get ready to break barriers, unlock our potential, and create the art we're destined to make. Right? So remember, I want you to write at least 5 things you like about the piece you're working while you're working on it. This is going to train your mind to only see success. Right now, because you get what you expect, you get what you look for. Like that girl who's always checking her boyfriend's phone. If he's like 1 second late, she done created this whole story about how he done ran off with the secretary and moved to Las Vegas, and then they got married, when all the while the dude was just stuck in traffic. So a lot of, as I said, most of human suffering is caused in their own head. I'll see you in the next video where we'll tackle these limiting beliefs head on and embark on an extraordinary journey of artistic self-discovery. Until then, stay inspired and keep creating. I wish you nothing but love, light, and abundance. Love, light, and abundance is all I see for you and for me.